The Joe Rogan Experience.
I didn't even get sober for 2 years after that.
Wow.
So, or a year after.
How long after the heart attack did you start partying again?
It took about 3 months for me to like spruce my goose up enough to get nuts. And that is the turning point when where I truly believe that I turned into like a fucking full-blooded like addict. Because then all of a sudden, I had an out. You know, I had a safe out. You know, I had the story. I had the love of all my friends. We're like, Matty, we're with you. You know, so much beautiful support from all of my crew's deep. And I was just like, so much good love from my friends. And then all of a sudden I started hiding, going to different places, different bars, different little drug homes, I like to call them. You know, little
trap house.
Yeah, little places, little critter little homes.
Is that a trap house?
No.
Trap house where you dance?
Trap house.
What
You
happens
can do
in a trap
whatever.
house? You fuck chicks?
Trap it.
What happens in trap houses?
You can say it. The drug business happens.
The business happens.
And then you go to the other house to use it usually.
Oh, okay, so you don't get high at the trap house.
Just business. No, Joe. Hey, never get high on your own supply. Dan Crack, shout out to Biggie. You know, I think that's when I really was getting fucking crazy. And that's when I started turning, like...
It's less fun and more of an addict.
Yeah. I got very violent.
Really?
Yeah, like I got banned from our own nightclub. I got banned from like, you know, I got walked in on and I was trying to like rob pretty much this drug dealer. I swung on, like I would be blackout drunk trying to fight my friends and like being like, you can't stop. Like, because people would try to stop me. They would like, I would walk into a bar and like, because I'm in the hospitality group, like, you know, I'm in the crew. So it's just imagine like being a comedian and somebody gets almost like blacklisted, but we still love you, but you can't show up here. But we love you. You can do your comedy like by yourself out in your car, but you can't come in here. Right? And I'm just like, well, I want to still go into the bar. Right. I go to the bar every day. The bar is that's my safe place. You know, I want to go into the bar. Like, let me in. And everyone's like, you're not dying here. You're not dying at my fucking bar. So then I had to start going to these like deeper, darker places and push myself. And before, when I used to do drugs, I never had to say fuck it in your head. You know when you're about to jump and you got to be like, fuck it, let's go. You know? So those moments when you often have to be like, you have to push yourself. I was doing that with drugs where I'd be like, now I know that I could die. Before, my ego was like, you'll never die, Matty. You're the fucking man. But now, all of a sudden, my ego is a little bit shook. But my ego still is like, fuck you. You're going to keep doing this. And so I had to keep doing it, and I had to keep saying, fuck you, to myself. So every time that I started doing drugs, I would be like, fuck it, let's go. And then that was the moment when I was just like, that's when shit got dark. And so there was like a year of that. And then my last time I ever drank, the last time I ever did any, like fucking anything was, 9 years ago, the weekend of November, 12th. And my friend was visiting from England, a chef, and we were doing a big dinner. And I got so fucking drunk. And I walked in Friday service, mid-service, didn't even show up for work. Took the chef out. And was just like, didn't tell anybody. I'm just like bringing my buddy around town, being a host. And I show up and all the partners were sitting at one of the chef's tables. So there was like in the big kitchen at Parts, in this warehouse, there was like 3 chef tables. So the VIPs, the homies, all the people got to sit in the chef tables. And all the partners were sitting there. And I walked in and they're like, what's up? You don't have to show up for work, bro? You get to do whatever you want to do kind of thing? Like, what the fuck? And I was just like, what the fuck do you want? And I was like, what do you want? Your restaurant's packed. Look at this. And I walked out into the middle of the dining room and I was like, hey, everybody, who the fuck is having the best time ever? And everyone was like, wah! And I looked at all the partners and I was like, fuck you. This is my crew. This is my fucking world. That didn't go well. Ego. I was such a psychopathic young psycho.
Well, those two things, booze and coke. I mean, they are
rev
the
you up.
accentuators.
I got a little pee-pee. I got to make it up somewhere, you know? Like it's so hard to you know, fill the void, you know? And I found that with that. And then, you know, the next day, one of my partners was like, hey, let's meet for coffee. I want to fire you to your face. And I was just like, okay, yeah, fire me. You can't, like, I was just like, what are you going to do with your restaurant, bro? What are you going to do with all your restaurants? I'm the face of your company. I'm the guy. And I showed up, and he was like, meet me here. I'll pick you up. We're going to go for a coffee. I was like, okay, let's meet up. And I knew that I could manipulate and talk to him and, you know, be like, we're cool. You know, I won't do it again.
Addict shit.
Yeah.
Addict shit.
Yeah, just manipulate. And fucking, and he drives me, and it's like, oh my God. He pulls up to like my homie's house, who's like straight edge vegan warrior.
Oh boy.
And I'm just like, oh, perfect. And then like 4 of my dudes come out, and I'm just like, okay, let's see what you fucking losers got to say. You know, let's hear what all my best friends got to say about me, how much you love me and how much you care about me. Let's see what you fucking like losers got to say. You know, like instantly going into like hating these people that are trying to like help me. And you know, the veils that can come when you sit down in front of your best friends, your true inner circle, the people you can't lie to. The people that you can't, there's no facade, there's no media, there's no nothing. It's you and your friends. And I sat down and I listened for like 4 hours. And, you know, and the next day, one of the guys there goes to meetings, and he's like, we're going to a meeting. And so the next day I walked into a meeting, and, you know, the miracle happened. And
At a meeting?
Yeah.
What made you hit the switch? You go from, is everybody having a good fucking time, to, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, because I think the lying within that 4-hour period, that transitional period, that was my out. I could stop lying because I was lying. The lying is what really broke me.
It's about whether or not
Where
you
I
were
was
using...
going, the people I was hanging out with, lying to Trish. Another thing, I've been with Trish for like 21 years. You know, she's a fucking saint. She's a hard-bodied Italian-Irish woman. She's fucking, you know, 3 home births. She doesn't fuck around.
Yikes.
She's fucking real deal.
Home births.
Bruh, I'll birth the child right now.
Ooh.
Jamie, you got a baby in there? Let's go. I'll birth you. So the fucking, I was like, why isn't Trisha here? And she's like, she's out. It's up to you. She's got nothing left to say. She's out. It's up to you now. And I was just like, huh, I don't like that. And even now, like, I feel I can trigger that feeling of this is real. This is it. This is a time where I can stop. This is a time where I can, I can stop. Okay. I accept that I have a chance at not ever having to lie. I have a chance. I don't have to do that again, you know?
Catch new episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience for free only on Spotify. Watch back catalog JRE videos on Spotify, including clips. Easily, seamlessly switch between video and audio experience. On Spotify, you can listen to the JRE in the background while using other apps and can download episodes to save on data cost, all for free. Spotify is absolutely free. You don't have to have a premium account to watch new JRE episodes. You just need to search for the JRE on your Spotify app. Go to Spotify now to get this full episode of the Joe Rogan Experience.